10 things to know before adopting a cat. Having a pet is beneficial. Dogs are loyal, accompany you on outings, guard the house and play with the children. Their biggest competitor is the cat, and that's who we're going to focus on today. As well as enjoying an inordinate amount of feline love, you enjoy the purring, playing and cuddling of your feline. Before you jump in, here are 10 things you should know before adopting a cat. 1. You're making a multi-year commitment. When you adopt a cat, the first choice you have to make is whether you want an adult cat or a kitten. This decision is not without consequences. From the moment you adopt a cat, you are committing yourself for several years. If it's a kitten, your life together can last more than 20 years. And yes, some cats have an excellent life expectancy. It's nice to think of the many years you'll have together. But it's also important to consider the commitment that adopting a cat represents. Even if it is more independent than a dog, it needs you. You will need to arrange childcare when you go on holiday. Make sure your cat has everything it needs. Make sure your pet is under the care of a vet. Consider your cat's presence in your decisions. It really is essential to consider the commitment before adopting a cat. Unfortunately, too many people underestimate this commitment and give up their pet only a few months or years after they arrive in their home. Take responsibility. 2. You need to consider expenses. Having a cat involves a lot of expenses. If you have chosen to adopt a kitten, there will be many veterinary expenses in the first year. These include vaccinations, deworming, sterilization, identification. Kittens adopted from a breeder can be expensive. If you wish to adopt an adult cat, you can go to the SPA, the Société Protectrice des Animaux. You can also go to an association or a cat bar. The latter are becoming increasingly popular and are present in all the major cities of France. Adoption then has a cost. Most often, you have to pay about €100. You should know that in addition to the adoption fees, you will have to provide all the equipment to welcome your cat at home. The basket and cushions, the bowls, the litter box, the cat tree, the scratching post, toys. Throughout the year, you will need to buy food and litter. You will have to pay for vet fees and cat sitting if you have no one to look after your cat while you are away. 3. Not everyone likes cats. If you adopt a cat, you should be aware that not everyone will share your love of felines. Sometimes the neighborhood may take a dim view of a cat in the neighborhood, especially if it spends a lot of time outside. Cats tend to relieve themselves wherever they want, which often includes flower beds, vegetable gardens and children's sandboxes. If you are renting, make sure you have permission to have a pet. In most cases, there is no problem. However, your landlord may not allow you to put guards on the balcony or install a cat flap. 4. Cats are independent but do not like to live alone. If you want to adopt a cat because you like its independence, this is a bad idea. A cat doesn't need to be taken out like a dog, but it doesn't like being alone. So if you know you'll be away a lot, it's best to adopt not 1 but 2 cats. This rule applies especially to indoor cats. If your cat has access to the outdoors, it can be the only cat in the house. He will know how to keep himself busy. 5. Cats require longer cleaning sessions. As you may have noticed, cats are adorable little balls of hair. But they shed hair. Soon, it's everywhere in the house. So before you adopt a cat, you should know that you need to clean up regularly. You should dust and vacuum your home regularly. It should be noted that a cat's litter box must always be clean. You should therefore clean it very regularly, even daily. Your cat will undoubtedly scatter litter all over your home. To reduce this, use a clumping litter and place a mat at the litter outlet. Cats are very clean, they spend a lot of time grooming themselves. When they eat, they are much less fussy. Protect the floor and the wall to reduce dirt. 6. Cats are stubborn. Cats are animals with a strong personality. This is why you will find it more difficult to train a cat than a dog. Cats are very stubborn and will make the same mistakes and mischief several times before they understand what they are not allowed to do. You have to be patient, consistent, and not violent. Positive education can work. The principle is simple: instead of punishing bad behavior, reward good behavior. 7. Cats are acrobats. Felines are real adventurers. They don't hesitate to climb everywhere. If you think you're keeping sensitive objects safe by placing them high up, you're mistaken. Your cat will find a way to reach them. Be careful if you have an outdoor area with trees, if your cat goes on windowsills, or if you give him access to the balcony. Your cat should not put itself in danger. Sometimes you can reduce the risk by blocking access to sensitive areas or by making sure doors and windows are locked. If you see your cat on a windowsill, don't panic or shout. Gently attract your cat's attention by offering it a treat. It will come home without difficulty. 8. The cat is a hunter. If you give your cat access to the outdoors, don't be surprised if it brings home a mouse or a bird. Cats are real hunters. They also like to give their owners gifts. If he brings you the fruit of his hunt, thank him. It should also be noted that cats are active at night. They may be noisier and may even wake you up. 9. A cat will spend its life with you. A cat lives for about 20 years. It will be a baby, a child, a teenager, an adult, and a senior. If you adopt a cat, you must take into account its needs at each stage of its life. When young, the cat needs to play, be alert, and socialize. Later on, it will need to be cared for as it ages and may become ill. It's not as much fun, but it's your job. 10. A cat is a source of happiness. During its life, your cat will cost you a few euros, a few hours of cleaning, and sometimes a few worries. But it will also and above all bring you a lot of joy. He will make you laugh with his antics, comfort you when you need it, and fill you with purrs. He will love you and do the same with your children.